Hopefully that's the thumbnail. All right. Get serious, everyone. All right. Let's see. Now it shouldn't be changing when I move around. Okay, perfect. Hello, Popstar. Welcome. Welcome. We're working on some retopology right now. Main thing left to do is clean up these edges here. I hope your day's going well. Doing as good as it can. Okay, hopefully that's good enough. Do I try pushing all this geometry down in order to indent this section? In fact, this whole chunk here really does need to go. It needs to go. Yeah. Oh, my tummy. I think I ate a little bit too much. Banana, banana. That looks really good. So I think I'm going to do is adjust this so that this loop here, we're going to lower it. We're gonna bring this loop down a little. Oops. Oh, actually, can we? Yeah, we should be able to. Because I'd want whatever edge we put in here to wrap around to itself. So let's go ahead and just kind of plan that out. So that'd be this edge to here, I think. All right. think that should work. I think that should work. But also have this edge. I suppose it's exactly what it's doing. It's already continuing. Hello, Nammers. Welcome. Welcome. That was very grimy. Grimy hello. It's my let's drink some matcha. How's it going? It's going. It's going. We're working on just continuing our retopology here. Pretty close to done. I think we'll be able to finish the retopo for this pretty much right away. Hello, Ariso. Thank you, Nammers. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if you've actually seen it since yesterday. So, is that you? I don't think you were here this morning. So, yeah, it's coming out well. Coming out very well. A lot of GeoNodes. I was kind of surprised at how much GeoNodes we ended up using for this. I'm gonna have to watch this back. Yeah, I hope so. Someone asked if may have been you yesterday if I was gonna make a course for making clothing, and I think I will. Maybe not right away, but that definitely sounds like a good direction to go. Because clothing is definitely kind of a weird thing sometimes. So everyone have to do a little bit of testing here. Testing. Any advice on adding skin-tight clothing that doesn't stretch strangely? For example, a hard surface zipper in the side of the waist or something like that. I've got like buckles and things I'm trying to add, but when the leg lifts, it gets weird. You do have to kind of work with the underlying topology as much as possible. It depends on what you mean by stretching. If it's clipping, if you're not worried about clipping, then it just comes down to doing some weight painting, getting things to weight paint properly. But like items like buckles or things that shouldn't stretch, you really just want them to be basically attached to like one vertex. So for example, if I had like a buckle right here on this spot, I would want it to match the weight of that vertex exactly for the whole buckle. because that way everything in this buckle should have the exact same weight. Doesn't really matter if it's it doesn't matter if it's getting weighted to anything else. It just, the entire buckle, anything hard surface that you don't want to stretch, the entire thing should have the same weight, because then it's moving the same amount, right? In whatever direction. Things that go over more than one vertice, so like say, like you're talking about, like I'm assuming that something on the thigh, you'd probably want to, that would just be standard weight painting. I think if it's a larger object, then you really are just balancing your weight painting like normal. But things like buckles, things that shouldn't stretch at all, they should move, but they shouldn't stretch, then you just want to basically have it the exact same value of whatever vertex it's moving with. Yeah. But just the whole buckle should have that same amount. Why can't I select this? There we go. Also have straps on the upper thigh, and when the leg lifts, the side near the butt gets stretched a ton. Any of the weights that you transfer from the body to the clothing, usually you still require a little bit of smoothing. So I would just go in with the blur brush and just kind of blur and smooth out those weights. And sorry, noisy. And whatever you kind of want to pull it the opposite direction, right? So like whatever you want it to remain attached to, you'll need to kind of add more of that weight. So if it's moving with the leg too much, then lessen the weight, the leg influence, and increase the hip influence. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, I'll take a look in just one moment. Do this. Someone is just racing around outside. They're a racist. Makes a lot of sense. Thanks so much. Absolutely. Absolutely. Making Unity add-on allows you to search randomly to close different filters. Now the only function is blend shapes, but in time with more complex filters. Nice. A lot of times for my searching, I suppose I just name it, like all the vice seams have a very particular name, things like that. But that looks good. That looks very good. I need to do this way first. Oh boy. Oh boy. I guess I should hide here to here first. This. and then edge loops and G stretch. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, very even spacing now. A little bit of odd clipping in a few spots. It's a little sad. Just a little sad. All right. I don't want to work on this too much more, so let's wrap this up. Switch to other things. Working with Avatar is going to be much easier now. And the other functionality I'm working on is search the animator controller. The thing of looking layer per layer until we find what we're looking for. Got to put an end to that once and for all. Are you going to mesh data transfer this, then clean it up, or do it all manual? Mesh data transfer to start with, for sure. If I can. I still haven't actually got that add-on to work yet in 4.1. So wish me luck. Still have yet to figure out what I'm doing wrong with it, because it should be working. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it, but yeah, I definitely would like to figure that out. Oh, thank you. But it didn't seem like it was going to rain, but it didn't. And now I'm dying because of the heat. Just got to punch the sun. It's the only way. It's the only way. Go. Nice little ridge there. Looks quite solid. Wow, that is messy in there, but we're not baking that, so I don't care. Actually, I do care because this is actually not the bake. This is my normal mesh. Sun is going to be my best friend when I design and buy my solar panels system. Is there a lot of solar being installed where you live? I believe you live in Colombia, if I remember correctly. Do I have enough geometry here? I might not. That's okay, because I can dissolve some of these. Why am I worried about that? Like, I'm going to dissolve all these. Because they suck. Then we'll cut it again. Again. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Nice. I live in Colombia, and not really, but the thing is, the city where I live, let's just say we're in the middle of the equator line, which means the sun hits us more directly than a truck on the highway. Lots of solar project going on here. According to certain maps, we see more solar radiation than almost everyone in the world. I would believe that. Well, I do think that solar power will just continue to get... I'm a big renewable energy nut, even though I don't have an electric car, not yet. But I do think it's gonna be very beneficial for people who are in your exact situation. People that get a lot of sun. That's the whole point of solar. So I hope it works out well for you. Saying I love renewable energies, the more I investigate it, the more I get into it, the more I realize how much money we can save if we have at least one panel. 100%. 100%. And not relying... I mean, now that I think about it, you've had multiple power outages since you've been around here while I've been streaming. So I'm sure you'd like to prevent that. That definitely is annoying. Public service here sucks. Daily, at least once, power goes out. In fact, thanks to that shit, my air conditioner broke. I'm in the middle of the process to use the warranty. That does suck. Well, power independence to you. Get those panels. Something I did mention is that the Colombian peso is very devalued, so if I had a commission for 15 USD hours, I'd still be able to live somehow. Now, I'm not going to charge a little bit less for work than I know is 30 US dollars or even more. Yeah, you definitely shouldn't. I mean, if you get paid more, I would do that. I mean, it is nice to be in a situation where what you earn can go quite far. But certainly, I think the value sorry, one second. If you can get your money's worth, you should. Definitely should. All right, I think that's good. Oh. Sometimes when you do the same thing a lot and this kind of work, you just kind of hurt your thumb after a while. It's like, we're clicking the same button so many times. One, two, three, four. Oh, very even spacing. Very even spacing. Is the paint included in the price? You get that for free. Two, three, four. Please just work. Oh, yeah. I knew it should have worked, but I just, you worry. Worry. Worry word. Beautiful. Pets refuses to elaborate. I thought you were getting avatar commissions for work. I was just watching some interview with some e-girl. Apparently she makes like considerable amount of money just hanging out with people. And I'm like, man, I feel like if you anyway, this is definitely a conversation that I should probably not have that. I bet some people are making bank in VR chat. Let me put it that way. Doing whatever people want. She'll charge people for spending time with her? Exactly. She's just like a rent a friend. And I mean, you could easily imagine where that can go, but like, it's a real business. 100%. Reminds me of Japan very much. Very much so. Because they have like a rent a friend thing, is what I mean by that. Fascinating. And that's not even to talk about the other kinds of markets that could exist. Um, if she's just making that with her, just hanging out with people. Rent a friend, rent a girlfriend, rent a wife. Japan is crazy, but I still love it. There's that kind of thing for all sorts of games. The rent an e-girl service. Interesting. Is AI going to undercut that? Sorry for the notification sounds. That's me, by the way. Usually I leave my phone off. That is right next to the microphone. I'm so sorry. Is already affecting that, those AI girlfriend bots. I could see that being a thing. I mean, I remember walking into a VR chat lobby one time, and there were just two chat bots talking to each other. Actually, it's like 4 chat bots just hanging out talking to each other. Like, man, that is just the beginning of that. Once they become even slightly more capable, I have no idea where it's going to go. I do have a very clear idea of where it's going to go, actually, but anyway, and it's fascinating, that's for sure. Very, very fascinating. I feel like VR is already quite, what would be the word? Future oriented. It's kind of at the cutting edge of culture and technology, but especially when in the context of AI, I think it'll be even more so in the future, in the next few years. Especially Resonate, because you can only do so much in VR chat when it comes to having your AI bot take actions. It can't see the world. Well, I guess it could. It would just be a player. But in Resonate, you could still do quite a bit more. AI girlfriend bots, they're all going to learn from each other. Sharing makeup tips.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Oh wait, why is it yelling at me? Hello, bro. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How's your day going? Actually, what I can do is turn on. There is a. There. I feel like that doesn't quite help. Maybe let's turn off specular. I feel like I should be able to see the edges a lot better, a lot easier. That's better. There we go. I see. I'm not using napping. That's why it was weird. All right, still pretty darn good overall. Again, D&D is still what really excites me about AI stuff, AI chatbots. I really want to get back to doing some experiments with that. Desperate. Desperate. Soon. Didn't Ginjas VR make a video about that? Maybe. I did see a Skyrim one, if that's what you're referring to. Skyrim. Said that like Christopher Walken. Skyrim. Play D&D with this real AI NPC. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the same YouTuber, honestly. Is that the YouTuber that does a lot of Skyrim shorts? Mantella. I did set it up myself for my game, but I haven't finished it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, though. That's even a thing. All right, I think this is done. It's very, very close to done, at least. What's going on here, though? What is that? Am I? Gotcha. Time for this dress. I feel cold. Maybe thinking of Kraken, perhaps. Hard for me to say. Hard for me to say. Well, that doesn't look very good. How to improve this? I could do a cut here. Whoa. Or merge these. There we go. It's okay. It looks pretty bad, honestly. We do have a weird spot right here, too. Maybe we can connect these two weird spots. Oh, difficult. We're supposed to have a little triangle right there. We're just gonna have a little triangle right there. Right there, right there. Aye, aye, aye. I'm struggling with this a little bit too much. Would like to be done, please. I would like to be done. All right. Why can't it just be that? It is going to be just that right there. Cool, done. Looks really cool though. We'll do one more little level of insetting right here. Just to get a little bit more resolution. Right about there. And then figure out what the fuck is going on right here. What the hell is happening? Okay, I think we can actually start UV editing. So we're going to save a copy here. We'll call O4 pre-UV mapped. Okay, turn off the merge. Look at the mesh just through this angle here. Go to UV editing, and let's hit unwrap. See what happens. See what happens. All right. Actually, going to go ahead and cut these spots right here as well. So it pops open. That's good to go. The sleeve is next. We actually need to clean up the little bit more on the sleeve too. So we're gonna turn back on our high poly here. F. Push it out to the edges. Indent it. Right about there. I'll delete that. Duplicate and apply again. On this side, I would like to space. Then do another little cut. Hello, Skyfire. Welcome. It's been a while. How you been doing? All right, that looks pretty good. Now, I need to figure out how to nicely give the give this spot a little bit extra resolution. Been fine, doing fine. Actually, found a love of my life. Been working at home for me and him, which actually has working doors. Okay, heck yeah. And so much more cool things. Nice. Working on a little virtual space. That's awesome. And found a love of your life. Sounds like a good time. Okay, I see. I see how to do it. Do a cut here to here to here. To here. Yeah. That way, I can push this into this edge. Hmm. Doing fine, actually. Oh, I read that. Right. All right, now we got a nice little chunky corner right there. That should work pretty well. Hopefully. Hopefully pretty well. That crevice is really in there. But now we need to do the same on this side. We can actually just run a cut. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Balls. Could possibly be easier. That's fair. And we'll push this here. M at last. Nice quad topology there. I'm going to dissolve this edge and this edge. So I can put a cut here. Dissolve that. Just to have this be a continuous loop. Don't know how well that's going to happen, but we'll give it a shot. I think that's about as good as it can get. Right about. Okay. Beautiful. All right, now we can actually add the seam. Like so. Et voila. Et voila. We can get rid of the seam on the back. Here. And I think we're good. This is going to unwrap pretty darn nicely, honestly. Honestly. On a scale of 1 to a million, how embarrassing is it to hear American do a British accent? 8 million. Mm, there we go. Let's not find out. I was just watching this video of it's like babies with Scottish accents or like toddlers or whatever. It was impressive. It's impressive. It starts young. Yeah. Sausage for the Caravan, I think, was the one that stuck out the most. It's funny. There was a something. Was it Peppa Pig? Peppa Pig. Um, apparently was giving American kids a British accent, like an actual issue where where kids were watching too much Peppa Pig, and they were getting a British accent. Maybe not enough is the real thought. use the stretch view in the UV finder? Not really. No. No, I don't. I'm not too concerned for the most part. Really, keeping things straight is my main concern most of the time. It's like, how do I take this and make it straighter? Like what I'm doing right here. It's like I just want all I care about is the UVs being straight. Um, uh, Some of that view in the editor view that is blue and goes green or even red when you have stretched area. I know what you're talking about. I don't use it though. The only measure of success I use is just this one here, 3D view. Though I think we'll have to redo this spot right here. I may separate the color completely. Uh, a little different from my usual wrappings. But we're scaling it down in order to get more resolution here. But it's definitely stretching a lot. A little too much. Okay, I think what we'll need to do is actually remove the collar and then split this edge right here, which is my usual way of doing it, so not unfamiliar to me. It's just I'm kind of hoping to do it all in one go. Which is fine, because actually we should remove this too. All right, that actually worked out well. Okay, and then we'll do a cut just right across here. I missed a spot somewhere. Right here. All right. Good. Yes, yeah. So should be here to here. Right. Go. Hmm. Best way to do this. Who knows? Okay. We'll just do this really quick and move on to some other stuff. Okay. Now the sleeve, we're missing something. Looks like it doesn't fully connect on one side. Alrighty. So this must be the band here. There we go. Beautiful. It's gonna come out super well. Also, I don't know if anyone here drinks coffee. I've been trying matcha out for the last like day or so. I really like it. It's actually better than coffee. I really feel like I have energy the whole day. I don't know if anyone suffers from just like not getting enough energy from their caffeine. Matcha is pretty good. It's pretty darn good. Usually I get like really tired around three or so. Nothing. Just sailed on through. I'm a fan. I've been converted to matcha. All right, look at that. Now they all line up. Beautiful. Go. Gorgeous. Now, I'll take this screen and which are better for your portfolio? Avatars you made from commissions or avatars you made from selling? Gumroad, Booth, etc. I don't think there's a difference. Your potential clients really aren't going to know. That's what I'd say. You may be aware of like what you made it for, but I don't think your clients are actually going to see a distinction, or your potential clients. Then my weakest point right now, which is that I don't have an extensive portfolio. The only flagship there is my avatar. I was thinking of making more, but I'm not expecting to get many commissions with a portfolio as it is. So I was thinking of making avatars for selling instead. I think that's totally reasonable. Yeah. Again, you're just trying to make them high quality, but like your potential clients, they're not going to see a difference between them. So yeah, if you just need to make avatars in order to add things to your portfolio, I would absolutely go ahead and do that. That's a very I mean, most of the time, like say you're trying to get into the industry, that's what you're doing anyway. You know, like if you weren't trying to do freelance, then you would just be sitting there making right. You would just be making oh my god, my brain. Work for yourself and work for your portfolio. You wouldn't be making it for anyone else other than those two things. So yeah, like when I was starting out, I just made work for myself until I started getting commissions. Not only that, but like say there's a type of work you haven't done before, like I don't know, you've never made a fursona before, and it's like if you haven't made a fursona before, do you really want to take on a commission and learn that for the first time while you're doing that work? It's probably best to have done it once for yourself, just so you understand the problems. It's a bit annoyed today because I was talking to this potential client. He asked me a few questions, specifically about my portfolio. He asked me for my client testimonies, which was something I don't have. How do I even compile that? I only sent them the link to the VTuber that commissioned me for the avatar, which, by the way, my link tree is on his description, by the way. and yet for some reason the client declined my offer. I do think that you are going to get a lot of wariness from potential clients. But I also would say this. Do you want to work with a client that annoys you? You know, you might have, despite how you may not have gotten the work you wanted to get, would you actually have enjoyed working with this person? You may have actually just saved yourself a bunch of headache by not having this. So I'm not saying that it's like an ideal situation. Like, obviously you want to get work, but like, I wouldn't be concerned with pleasing everyone. I'll put it that way. So some things are not worth the pain. So I wouldn't feel too bad. If you feel that you are already getting off on the wrong foot, then I would trust your gut on that. I always find a way to cheer me up. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to work with the type of client. They fall under the category of type of clients that do not value my work. Yeah. So definitely, I think right out of the gate, you always want to you just want to get work. But I have definitely found that, a lot of people who, especially when you're first starting out, you kind of want to take on anything. But if people are willing to pay you nothing for your work, then they already don't really respect you, and that's generally a sign that they're probably going to try to take advantage of you in some way or another. So yeah, that's a generalization. That is certainly not always the case, but it is something to just be wary of, because you definitely deserve more than being treated bad. Everyone does. So let's find a way of sharing up. Good. Two-way relationship at the end of the day. Building trust with the client. Say the client likes you, and most importantly, you like the client. Exactly. And there's balances there, and I feel I want I feel really lucky at this point, because I do feel that the clients I work with nowadays are awesome, and the many times the clients that really trust you and are willing to pay you what you ask for generally are the best to work with, because they respect you. And it's not just that, I'm not trying to say that in terms of it's because you get the money. It's genuinely they actually, because they're already paying you what they think you deserve, that's just a good sign that they are actually good people. Anyway. And they make you feel like putting even more effort than you usually do, and tend to be very generous with them. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'll say one more thing. A big red flag is when a client comes to you telling you that they've already had a lot of trouble working with other commissioners. Like, if someone comes to you and they're telling you, "Oh yeah, all these other artists I was working with didn't get it right, but I'm so happy to be working with you," that is a huge red flag. It's generally that means there's something they're not telling you, or something has consistently gone wrong with their previous clients. Now, if you're ever curious, you always feel free to DM me. And this goes for anyone out there. If you'd like some feedback on a potential commission, I'd be happy to give it to you. Because there's a lot of weird things that happen in this world. Unrelated, watching UV wrap stuff's kind of therapeutic for me. It's satisfying how you get the proper textile density. Well, thank you. I do find I do find this process very relaxed. Such an amazing person, Sam. Thank you, Arisa. I just love this work, and I love sharing that passion with people. It is a lot of fun. It's a weird world, though. The wild west of the internet. Sorry, I have to send a message really quick. One moment. I'm gonna have to step out in just a second. So what I'm saying, your willingness to help people and being so open to share your knowledge is something to always admire. Well, thank you. I think when I was initially getting into this work or starting streaming, I was like, oh, do I really want to like reveal my secrets? But at this point, having done so much, it's like there's just too much to know. Like, like I could show everything I do every day, and it would still take a long time to like. It would if someone's just watching my YouTube streams, shout out someone just learning from only watch my YouTube streams and you're learning that way, props to you, because that's tough. There's a lot of not only is there a lot of nonsense that happens on my stream, but there's just like anyway, I'm saying that for the VODs mostly, but there's just too much to know for this kind of work. It really is. Like, I'm happy to share it because a lot of the things I've learned, a lot of the things that stopped me, the only way I found a solution was just going online and praying someone else had talked about it somewhere. Too much to know, too much to work on. Remember, knowledge and ideas do not have value. Its value is the application of that knowledge. One thing is to know how to sculpt, another thing is to make a 3D sculpt that could be sold for a lot of money. Exactly. And it does come down to a lot of determination too. When you say application, determination really comes to mind as well. It's like, it just, you have to be willing to put in the time. And it's a lot of time. Mucho tiempo. We're missing one thing here. I'm actually going to delete this. Or actually, I'll just hide this object, go to the jacket, take this, duplicate, and send it to the low poly. Hit this, copy the material, take this, unwrap it, and straighten. Time and energy, people who know all your secrets, but remember, you are you and you are the best of being you. If they were to copy that, they would be trying to copy you. And honestly, I think that's impossible. I definitely agree with that. I don't really have as much a problem with AI, all this AI stuff that's coming out, as some people. Certainly, I have a big problem with people who are like, it's going to replace all artists, and I can't wait for that. That's just such a weird take in my mind. But you're always going to need art direction. Like, you can generate a bunch of stuff, but if it's not cohesive, if it doesn't, people find it unrelatable, then you still need art. You still need artists, no matter what. Still need your own voice. Needs to be relatable. Let's apply the shrink wrap. Let's make a mirror. On the mirror, I will mirror it. So, I'd like to get the stretch out of the back here. We got this kind of diagonal angle. If replacing someone implies that they don't want to pay a person who actually makes a living with that job, which is something very unfair and even cruel, at least in my opinion. For me, it just boils down to this: it's like, if you can't make the AI without training it off the work of someone else, then that artist deserves to be paid for whatever you make with it. It's like, I don't have a problem with technology. I certainly have a problem with the idea that you can just take someone else's work, remix it, and say it's your own. That's bad. And it's like maybe the AI is learning on some level, but at the end of the day, the AI couldn't do anything without having trained off of the work of someone else. No machine can do better work than a human being. However, a human being with a machine can do better work than anything individual. Exactly. AI equals skill issue. Hey there, Pablo. Welcome. I do think there's some AI generated things that intrigue me, but I have found that generally, as time has gone on, the more AI stuff I see, the more I appreciate human work. The more I realize it's just like whatever is coming, whatever the machine's pumping out is just some sort of vapid nonsense that is unrelatable and kind of it doesn't say anything. Just it doesn't. It might be pretty, but does it mean anything? No. Perhaps that'll change, but I don't see it changing anytime soon. Question: when you have your UV islands finished, do you run average island scale operator on them? I do. Yeah. Definitely want to make sure that they're just kind of the same size relative to each other. Relative to each other specifically. And what's funny to me still is just like I really don't particularly have a problem with AI art, except for the fact that the people who are pounding the drum on like AI is going to replace artists, they're just so excited at the idea of like replacing people, replacing like things people, replacing a passion that a profession and passion that people like love. Like that just seems that's the most inhuman part of it. Not even the AI, the fervor and the disgusting desire to like the relishing of replacing people or the idea that someone's going to lose their job, something like that. Like, haha, you're going to be replaced. It's just that's such a weird. It's so weird to me. Anyway, you should repin that. You've got some overlapping UVs, definitely. Yeah, this part is it's all squished. I want to pull out the tension on this side first. So we get this side straight. Let's see what's going on here. I think what we'll want to do is take this edge and pin it flat. Yeah, like that. Then like this. I think. No, a little bit like ooh. On the way. Okay, perfect. I'll have to step out of the house in just a moment, or the apartment in just a moment. All right, that looks pretty good. Let me turn off the mapping here. Then this is really stretched this way. There we go. That looks better. And then for this little segment down here, looks pretty good. I think the density is relatively the same. We'll find out. Okay, and yeah, average island scale, get that all the same. And then all that we're missing now is the strap here, which so we'll average one more time. Boom. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Sorry. Can't help myself. All right, and we also have the shoe down here. Should we try to fit everything onto one layer? No, 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 no. I don't need the shoe to be mirrored. I would like to mirror the jacket because there's some slight differences on it. There's a little patch on either side. We do want to be able to put the text across it. So in order to do that, we're going to need to flip some stuff. We're going to put everything on the right side, the correct side. Oh. That's not quite it, but yeah, we can do this. So we'll just lay it flat. That. And let's also get these adjusted. This concerns me right here. This area, which is this area here. What happens when we unpin this section? That's not very good. maybe we need to push this down. That doesn't really seem to help. We'll leave it there. We'll see how it bakes and then decide. All right. So now, because we're mirroring this, we got that looking pretty good. This is the lower part. This part. That is the interior, which we do want to be against this. Funny. I actually want it this way, though. Put our cursor here. Cool. That should work pretty well. I'm going to mesh it so I can see it really quick. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so now the jacket takes up the full top portion here. And for the shoe, we'll see what we can do. I could fill up the bottom of this, but I still have a shirt and shorts to include. So I think we'll make it a bit smaller than that, and I'd like it to fill in just this one half. Worst case scenario, then we'll just think about putting it in its own material if it doesn't bake well. Okay, let me put on my shoes really quick. Come on. Come on, phone. Let's go. All right, I'll be back. One moment. No thanks. Appreciate it. No need anymore. All right, everyone. I am back. I'm back, ready to attack. Okay. So we're just mapping out the shoes to this space here. And we're going to take some of these elements and just kind of situate them in here. Welcome back. We totally didn't steal all your food in the fridge. How dare you? How dare you? I already ate all my cookies today and yesterday. I'm a cookie fiend. Excuse me. Everything's fitting quite nicely. I think we really should be able to get the shirt, shoes, and jacket all on one UV map. G Quarky, hello, welcome. No. How goes the G Quark? What have you been up to? Agency, I always say BTS. And then we still have to do the retopo for the casual outfit. So we'll make a new collection there. Casual retopo. BTS. Yes, they're after me. Okay, I'm leaving. Well, enjoy your day. Enjoy your run from the CIA. And turn these down and say wireframe. Korea. They came from Korea. Ooh, there should be a valid subdivision here. Why not? Why not? North? No, very much not. Hmm. Why isn't this subdividing? Do I guess this will work here. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Interesting. Hmm. Why is it so busted there compared to everything else? Seems fine. Hmm. That's okay. We can just remake it really quick. So we'll just slap a mirror mod back on there. Actually, no, we'll just delete it completely. We have the casual outfit here. We just want to lock it so we can't interact with it. And I don't really even need to move this. We'll add a deform shrink wrap to the shirt. All right, now I'm going. Oh, enjoy your day. Everyone comes and goes, but I've stayed here since the morning. I kind of take pride in that. Good. Work stream. And I feel like I'm a work stream, like a productivity stream, for 3D nerds. We're not nerds, we're pioneers. I'd agree. Okay. This is different. Built different. Assembled alternatively. Emerson's also been here. Take pride in that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do take pride that you all have been hanging out. It's good to, it's good to just not be like talking into a void alone anymore. How's the first few years of streaming? Set to normal. This one. All right, there we go. Hmm. Take a look at creative advice. What's your opinion on that? Glad to know you're still here, neighbors. Be right back. Let me go. I'm back. And we'll straighten this. And oh yeah, creative advice channel. Someone send this BRC traders thing. It comes in handy. Pixar elbow. Interesting. I've not seen that one before. It's pretty similar to this one. This is usually how I do it. I can't tell what this is though. Is that just a normal? Oh, is it? I see. It's a going out this way. That makes sense. So far, I haven't needed to do that to be so specific with my topology. Maybe someday though. I don't really feel the need just yet. If I was doing more animation, maybe I'll try to give them a shot at some point. Right now, I don't see the need. Usually, a lot of those kinds of techniques, especially from like Japanese companies, are built for maximizing low poly count, like working with very low poly characters. So maybe very good for making quest avatars. That'd probably be the most applicable situation. perfectly straight. See how this is coming out. Looks pretty good. I don't see many errors at the moment. I think I'm just gonna perfectly straighten it though, because I can. Oh, that looks better. Does look better. Should bake okay. Oh no, that's terrible. Never mind. Um, there we go. All right, that looks good. Shirt done. Now let's do these little shorts. We're gonna make a circle of 8. We're gonna add a mirror mod. We're gonna add a. Let's do the shrink wrap before the mirror mod. Maybe. You know, we're actually gonna make them. Let me double check. How much is this? $32. Hmm. This may be one level too high. This one I will subdivide with. All right, looks pretty good. I'm going to apply the subdivision now. And we're going to dissolve this edge, recreate it. Duplicate this too. Then we'll take this edge and space it, space it, space it. Fine. All right, very even topology now. Looks quite good. Would have been nice to give it a little bit more resolution on the butt. This is 16. So it should be right down the middle of 2. Okay, so here, here. So from this corner to here. Might as well include this one. Indent. And loop cut. Then we'll use the slide relax. Actually, we'll go ahead and close this up as well. I think that's right. Yeah. Just realized that my client requested me something that requires 8 fizbones, 8 fizbone colliders. They want to make the toes of their furry avatar interact with each other, being able to grab and interact with those toes. Check out VRC Fury. They have a toe collider component that you can add. And I think it doesn't add to your maximum count because it takes your hand colliders, fizbone colliders, and moves them to your toes. Weird thing to say, but I believe VRC Fury has a component for that. And it's non-destructive too, so you don't have to worry about breaking your mesh. You can just test it out, see if it works. And then if it doesn't, should be good. Should be good. It just says toe, I believe. Toe puppet. I think so. I've never personally used it. I just know it exists. Just know it's out there in the world. Being toes. Bean toes. Excuse me. Like toe puppet doesn't have much to do with toes or fizz bones. Just use the 4x puppet that some avatars use for tail wags. Let's see. I swear there was one that moved the colliders. Yeah, I'm not sure. I swear there was one that moved colliders to the toes. I'm not 100% sure on that. I swear it existed. I swear. I swear. All right, so we should be able to unwrap this one pretty easily as well. Mark the seam right there, unwrap, and then take this side in and straighten. Boom. There we go. All right. Actually, that. How's that look? A little crunched right there. I think I'd rather take out the... Oof. That's not much better though. Definitely don't want it to overlap. And then and pull that down. Thank you. Thank you for the follow the subscription, little bit VR. Welcome. It's totally spaced out. Welcome to the stream. We're making some short shorts right now. Hello. Check it out. So I'll show you what we're working on because I just finished a good spot here. So we are making the low poly objects for our clothing. We have these character here. So we're making some shorts and shirts for this character. Then we also made this kick-ass jacket right here. So I'm going to turn him off really quick just so you can see it a little bit better. Check it out. And we'll do... Oh, it's so blown out. Maybe something like this, yeah. Yeah, definitely a cyberpunk-inspired jacket. Coming together pretty well. We're almost done with it. A few tweaks to make. I'm very pleased with our progress. Oh, and then we also have some shoes that have come out really well. Here. Boom. You've got little pop pads on the bottom. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to get to baking them because we just finished all the retopology for them. All the clothing here. So we'll just focus on just these ones right now. And we'll select these, average the scale. Wow, okay, those are a little too small. There we go. And let's see. So now I should have just enough room to get them all on this island right here. Wow, this is very efficient. Don't know May have to break them up into different islands or different materials, but it's super close. Nice. Wow, that's awesome. That looks really good. If I mesh the jacket, you can see a little bit better that they all do fit into this island very nicely. I think I could probably do a bit better. The temptation is to try a little bit more. I think that's probably good. Leave a little bit of extra space. All right. Good stuff. So let's take the jacket, put the mirror back on it. If I delete this half, what does the map look like? Okay. Keeps it. So I have to make sure to hit this. All right. I think this is a fantastic point to end for today because we've got almost all the objects. Actually, we pretty much do have all the objects ready to bake. And so tomorrow we'll finalize them, get them into Instamat, and we'll start that baking process. I think it's going to look really good. I'm excited. It's going to look very professional. That's me, a professional. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you all for hanging out. I hope you're all having an amazing Thursday. Ariso, Nammers, Snardum, if you're out there, anyone else that might be lurking, G Quarky, thank you all for coming by. Pablo, super appreciate you all hanging out. And little bit, thank you again for the subscription. I will be back tomorrow. You did catch me just at the end of my stream, but I'm streaming every day, every weekday, so definitely come on by again. Awesome work. Thank you, Nammers. Super appreciate it. And yeah, tomorrow we'll be back. I think we can basically finish 95% of the work because it'll just be baking, texturing, and rigging. And the rigging's pretty much already done, so fingers crossed it goes quick. Awesome work. But thank you again, Nammers. Thank you, everyone else. Hope you're all having an amazing day, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday. See you then. Bye, everyone. Bye.